Welcome to Brazil, here in South America, the fifth largest country in the world with 26 states that will teach you.
Hello, welcome to the 100 million people area, 8,000 square kilometers. Weather. The climate of Brazil is somewhat warm, however, due to its enormous size, there are clear differences between regions. North. Temperatures are January between 24 and 26 centigrade. Center west really exceed 18 centigrade. South is temperature. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese. Religions. The most unrecognized of Brazil are Catholic and Protestant, although of Jehovah's Witnesses and the Eastern Orthodox. Currency. Coins are used from 1, 5, 10, 24, and 15 cents. Coins of real notes and tickets of 2, 5, 10, 20, 52, and 100 reals. Natural resources. Brazil natural resources that country to the country reserves are gold, diamonds, zinc, gold, and oil.
Hello, my name is Diana. I expose the account balance. The exports. The total value of exports was $127 million. The main 5 products exported to the world by Brazil are soybeans, crude oils of oil or bituminous minerals, iron ore and concentrated, raw sugar, not flavored or colored. The 5 countries to which Brazil exports are China, United States, Argentina, Netherlands, and Germany. Okay, the imports, the total value of imports was 171, 446 million dollars. The main 5 products imported by Brazil are petroleum, crude oils for oil or bituminous minerals, touring vehicles, the monolithic integrated circuits and parts of electrical equipment of telephony of telegraph. The 5 countries to which Brazil imports are China, United States, Germany, Argentina, Republic of Korea. Okay, the reservations. The Brazilian Central Bank declined to comment on its use of reserves. Brazil is one of the few large countries that opt of the derivatives market to shore up their currency. And debts in 2014, the public debt in Brazil was 1,500 million euros when it was 1 million euros. It is among the countries with the most debt in the world.
Stock market. The Brazilian stock exchange managed to overcome the economic, political, and social difficulties that the South American country went through in the year. Brazil, the most important economy in Latin America, is suffering from an economic contraction, the dismal of Dilma Rousseff of president mass protests and chaos of corruption in the flashing of company Petrobras. GDP growth. Brazil's gross domestic product in the third quarter of 2016 has fallen by -0.8% compared to the second quarter of 2016. The rate is 4 times lower than the previous quarter, when it was -0.4%. The interannual variation of GDP was -2.9%, 70 miles higher than the second quarter of 2016, which was -3.6%. The GDP figure in the third quarter of 2016 was 434,008 million euros, marking Brazil the seventh country economy in the quarterly GDP ranking of the 48 countries with pollution. Brazil has acquired GDP per capita of 2092 euros, 206 euros higher than the same quarter of the previous year, with as euros 9,886 euros higher than the same quarter in the previous year, which was 1,886, while other the countries were publishing according to that quarter GDP per capita. Brazil is ranking 41, so its inhabitants 8. According to the department, a low level of wealth in relation to the 49 countries from which we publish this.
Hi, my name is Diana. In this moment, I explain the politics aspect of Brazil. Brazil is a democracy with presidential regime, and it is quite stable for the political point of view. Executive, legislative, and judicial power are separate. Brazil is divided in 26 states, and each elect the governor who has a suffragio has universal. The president is elected via a valid vote, and he or she will have executive powers, and the president terms on 4 years. Actually, the president of Brazil is Michel Temer, and he signs in 30 August of 2016. The politics of Brazil have a legislative branch, and the National Congress holds legislative power, and he is made up of. One aspect is the Federal Senate have 81 members by system of proportional representations in position of a term of 4 years. The chambers of deputies have 530 members elected by direct ballot of a term of 8 years. One aspect important of the politics of Brazil is the party of workers. The things is have a federal power, and which is fabulous basically the same strict economical rules of the previous government. Keep in deflation under control are working towards and reduce the poverty.
Zona's here and I have a capital name I know. I'm mostly made up of the Amazon rainforest and species I host. My name is Para and Belém is my capital. I'm the second largest state after Amazon is in Brazil. Mato Grosso here, my capital's Cuiabá. I'm home to the animals, jaguar, cayman, and also the macaw. I'm Minas Gerais, my capital's Belo Horizonte. I'm the fourth largest state in Brazil, as you can plainly see. My name is Bahia, my capital is Salvador. Bahian Carnival lasts for 6 days and is mostly outdoors. Mato Grosso do Sul is my name. Campo Grande is my capital, and natural beauty's my fame. Hello, I'm Goiás. Goiânia's my capital, located in the east of the Central West region. Don't you know? Maranhão is my name. My capital is São Luís. Our official national language here is Portuguese. Rio Grande do Sul here. My capital is Portuguese. Located in the southern region with the Atlantic splashing me. Tucachina's my name. My capital is Palmas. I straddle both the Amazon rainforest and the coastal savanna. Welcome to Brazil, here in South America, the 5th largest country in the world with 26 states that will teach ya. Piauí is my name. My capital is Teresina. I have the shortest coastline of any non-land like Brazilian states here. Sao Paulo here, my capital's named Sao Paulo too. I'm Brazil's richest state out of all 26 states, that's true. Rondônia here, capital's Porto Velho. Deforestation's a big problem in my Amazon forest, you know. My name's Roraima, Boa Vista's my capital. Recife is my capital. Proximity of the equator means sunshine all year in full. Welcome to Brazil, here in South America, the fifth largest country in the world with 26 states that will teach ya. I'm Santa Catarina, Florianopolis, my capital. I have the lowest rate of illiteracy because my people read well. Paraíba here, capital is João Pessoa. The most notable poets and writers come from my state, you know. I'm Rio Grande do Norte, my capital is Natal. I'm located on the northeastern tip of South America, y'all. My name's Espirito Santo, my capital's Vitoria. The islands Trinidad and Martin Vaz are part of my area. My name's Rio de Janeiro and so is my capital. One of the smallest, most densely populated states in Brazil. I'm Alagoas, my capital's Maceió. I'm one of the poorest states in South America, so you know. Sergipe's my name, my capital's Aracaju. I'm the 26th state and the smallest one in Brazil, it's true. I'm Distrito Federal, Federal District of Brazil. I'm named Brasilia, Brazil's capital, if you will. Welcome to Brazil, here in South America, the fifth largest country in the world with 26 states that will teach ya. Welcome to Brazil, here in South America, the fifth largest country.
The attractive of this country to international investors is due to several factors. One is market of almost 200 million inhabitants. The second is easy advances to raw materials. The third is a diversified and therefore less vulnerable economy in the face of the international crisis, and the fourth is a strategic position that facilitates access to the other South American countries. The income tax for foreigners is based on the state of the alien's residence. Foreigners who enter Brazil with a permanent or temporary visa combined with a work permit must pay the personal income tax without restrictions. The VAT in Brazil is 18%, although there is one specific of certain goods, 25% for luxury goods and 7% for basic food products. Some products are completely exempt from taxes, like fruit, vegetables, books, and newspapers. All those who have a motor vehicle must pay the motor vehicle tax annually. It must be paid in installments according to the current tax increase. Brazil is a founding member of the United Nations, participating in all agencies special, and it is a member of major international organizations from the financial and commercial field, such as the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Trade Organization, as well as the Inter-American Development Bank. Brazil is not a member of the OECD, but observes on some of its committees. Brazil is also a member of the G20, which bring together the advances the world's most important emerging nations. Brazil also participates in the periodic swims that are organized since 2009 from the so-called BRICS group, which group Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Brazil is a member of a number of organizations, regional organizations such as the Organization of American States, OAS, the Community of Latin and Caribbean States, CLAC, the United Nations Suramericanas, UNASUR, the Latin American Integration Associated, ELEDI, and the Southern Common Market, Mercosur.
Economics. The Brazilian is large and diverse beyond almost any standard. Brazil has undergone several programs of privatization of state-owned companies. Was the biggest taking place in 1998 when the state donated telecommunication companies or the sold. They continues to the considerable state and certain state participation in various strategic sectors such as transport and utilities.
The cultural aspects, Brazilian businessmen are aggressive. In business, our average Brazilian says the word no 42 times, you 9 times, and they touch yarn about 5 times during 30 minutes of negotiation. The facile gaze is also high.
Individuals in a society accept and expect power to be distributed unevenly, we can observe how Brazil presents more distance of power and that presents higher indexes in superior, often inaccessible, necessary hierarchy and accepted inequality.
Colombia is more uncertain avoidance already that Colombia is more high exerting. Every society has to maintain some lines with its own past will dealing with the charge. Indulgence stands for society that allow relatively free gratification of basic and natural